The Duchess of Sausages is on this morning in the business of selling matches. A limited edition matchbox you cannot buy on its own, only as the add-on to a £190 4-candle bundle on the As Ever website. The same woman who walked down the aisle at St. George's Chapel in front of 2 billion viewers 8 years ago is, on a Thursday in late May, fronting a kitchen counter promo for a box of matches. So today we are covering the As Ever limited edition matchbox launch this morning. The Wire's piece confirming Frogmore Cottage is finally being stripped back to its pre-sausage architecture 3 years after the eviction. The Insider column carrying the line the sausage office never wanted printed, that Harry needs a big chunk of money and is asking his father for it, and the Lonely Paperback's new pages on the former Duke of York. Welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Let's get down to it. So the teaser landed on the As Ever account at 3 minutes past 9 on Wednesday evening UK time. In Meghan's exact wording on the caption, a small spark arriving tomorrow. Yeah, a small spark. So the follow-up dropped on the asever.com homepage this morning. Jimmy News carried the launch piece under Ben McCaffrey's byline at lunchtime today. The product is the Signature Scent Collection. 4 hand-poured candles branded on the wedding anniversary, on Archie's birthday, on Lily's birthday, and on the California estate the household has been monetizing for 6 years. Plus a limited edition matchbox you cannot purchase separately. So the retail price on the checkout card this morning, £190 in the United Kingdom, 256 United States dollars on the American column. Yeah, that is a lot. So the brand copy on the listing, a luxurious and standout set certain to delight the most discerning of palates, and offer a stunning scent for every occasion, whether in your own home as a hostess gift or to share with the ones you love. Yeah, the most discerning of palates for a wax cylinder. The line the British comment sections have been recirculating since the tease went up is the one an As Ever subscriber put on the brand's own comments column at first light. As the As Ever candles come without wicks, the matching As Ever matches come with the tips. Yeah, we already saw those candles without wicks. And matches without a candle or without a wick to light. A second comment on the same brand thread: is this a parody? Please tell me this is a joke. And no, Meghan, you know that Meghan takes herself very seriously. There are no jokes in this operation. But yes, a woman who spent 6 years on the public position that the title was a prison is on this morning selling a matchbox tied to her 7-year-old's birthday at the price of a working monthly grocery bill. And speaking of the architecture the brand has been monetizing, let me tell you what landed on the wires this morning. Bradley Jolie and Charles Wright filed the express piece at 10:30 UK time. The subject is Frogmore Cottage on the Windsor estate, the wedding gift the late Queen handed to Harry and Meghan in 2018. The 5-bedroom property the Sausages moved into ahead of Archie's birth in 2019. The yoga studio, the replaced ceiling beams, the new floor joists, the rewired electrics, the new gas and water mains, the $6,600 copper bathtub, the Soho House designer Vicky Charles interior in vegan paint. £2.5 million of taxpayer renovation absorbed on the back end of the original brief, repaid by Harry 6 months after the household relocated to North America. So the Windsor lease was not renewed when it came up for review. King Charles formally removed the household from the cottage in 2023. So the property has, in the working language of the Royal Household Property Office, sat empty ever since. The reporting this morning confirms the next move. Frogmore Cottage was, before the sausage renovation, 2 semi-detached units. So on the published reporting, the property is being split back to the original 2-unit arrangement. The yoga studio is being removed. The vegan paint is being stripped. The copper bathtub is on the inventory line the Household Property Office is not retaining. And the source on the record in the piece, quote, "It would draw the line on the Frogmore Cottage controversial history and return it to the pre-Meghan and Harry era." Yeah, there was a pre-Meghan and Harry era. I'm sure those were better times. So 3 years after the formal evictions, the Crown Estate is, in plain English, scrubbing the last architectural traces of the sausage tenancy from the Windsor inventory. That is the building the sausage office has spent the back half of the calendar floating as the soft landing pad for the part-time working royal return pitch. Not happening. Because that is the building the King's office is, on the May morning of this morning, taken apart. Which brings us to the insider column the Closer magazine office filed on Wednesday afternoon, and Asher Aniga carried in the IB Times UK synthesis at 5:12 on Wednesday evening UK time. In the insider's exact phrasing, Harry really needs to find a big chunk of money to bail out Invictus right now. He needs his father's help. Yeah, a big chunk of money. Bail out Invictus, needs his father's help. The source continues on the same piece. The monthly expenses are massive, and as everyone knows, nearly all their deals have fallen apart. Yeah, that is the insider this week on the household whose Spotify implosion is 2 years in the rear view, whose Penguin Random House line is dark, and whose Netflix relationship survives only as a first look downgrade. So the closing line in the column is the one the brand team needed kept off the wires. In the source's exact wording, he is not asking for a cash payout, no, as helpful as that would be. All he's asking for is a little bit of public support. Yeah, Harry is asking for a little bit of public support. That is Methane's husband's office, through an insider line on the public record, asking the king to put his name on a soft launch endorsement of the Birmingham Organizing Committee. At the moment, the corporate sponsorship column on the Birmingham accounts is the smallest at this point in any Invictus build. It's not going well. And the same column carries a William briefing. Because in the source's framing, William is going around telling everyone this is more proof he was right all along to bring Harry's visit as a cover for a more manipulative and self-serving mission. A cover for a manipulative and self-serving mission to, I don't know, come back? Well, maybe you can doubt that William said this, but it would fit the narrative. It would fit what we have seen from the oracles this far. That would be the future king on the record about his own brother on the same calendar square as the Matchbox launch. And let me close on the receipt of the Andrew Loney paperback office filed on Wednesday afternoon with Emmanuel de Megillo carrying the synthesis at 4:20 UK time. Loney's updated entitled paperback has produced a fresh round of extracts the British press has been recirculating since. The new pages carry, on Loney's reporting, A flight attendant passage in which Andrew grabbed a female cabin crew member's hand during a handshake, turned, pressed his groin into her, and practiced a golf swing? What? What? What is this? So the new pages carry a separate, bold passage in which Andrew would walk past women in formal evening dresses and pull the zips down on their gowns, leaving them embarrassed. And to be fair, that absolutely sounds like Randy Andy. Loney's own framing of the new manuscript is an extraordinary sense of entitlement. Yeah, confirmed, that sounds like Andrew. And on the pattern, sort of sexual humiliation. Don't get me started because we have gone through that rabbit hole many times. So the former Duke of York was arrested on his 66th birthday in February of this year on suspicion of misconduct in office related to the alleged sharing of confidential trade documents with Jeffrey Epstein. The paperback is on its second printing run on the morning of the recording day. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. Much love and bliss.